How you doing there, folks? Just following up on the Honourable Jess Phillips fiasco here. It appears that she's dug herself an even deeper hole, and we'll get in an article here. But something's off about this picture, Jess. She's got this wonderful picture, and for those of you who don't know, I'm the guy who's faced off against another nasty feminist here, Big Red. So what I think is wrong with Jess's picture here, Honorable Jess's picture here, is that her color's off. So I'm awarding her the red crown. And other people have joined in and, done their versions of it as well. I want to say, give a shout out to Mikhail K. Stahl. He did this first one here, and I'm not quite sure who did this other one here. Freedom Radio, I believe it might be. Anyways, so Jess's article here, in it she lets us know that there was her grandfather, granddad had mental health issues, and she helped him, and yet she still felt it was all right to scoff at the idea of men's issues being discussed in Parliament, and she tries to throw off or cover her nasty acts by pointing, that Phil Davis has, said a couple of questionable things as well, and she keeps on pointing out these, literally a couple. This is all I've seen is two ugly, nasty comments towards her, and she says that there's, she's inundated with them. There's all kinds of them, but I'm only seeing two and that being reported on, and that makes me really kind of question it. She seems to be grasping at any bit of victimhood she can to throw people away from, calling her out on her reprehensible and indefensible behavior caught on film. It was caught on film there, Honourable Jess Phillips. Now all you're doing is bringing dishonor to your party and your great nation. Like I said, I faced off against this kind of stuff before at the University of Toronto, and, you've been awarded the Red Crown. May you wear it well. I thought that maybe Sargon of Akkad would do something on Honourable Jess Phillips, but when I watched this video, I came across something else a little more interesting. At the end of it, he talks about this little study here, which interested me because I'm seeing the same sort of thing happening here in Canada, and I imagine it's probably happening down in the States. But basically, if you are white, you are the last person to be helped. And if you're a white male, you are the very, very last person to be helped. I found that kind of interesting. But then I came across these two articles linked in the bottom. And hats off to the BBC for giving a balanced point of views here. Now, I'm willing to believe this woman, and because she's not going for money, she's not going for star or anything like that. She's just trying to, it seems like she's trying to, I believe her to be genuine, okay? And I don't know if it would be tested in a court of law, whether it would hold up or whatever. But I agree with what she's saying that, sleeping with somebody who's passed out drunk is rape, okay? And it doesn't matter whether it's a passed out man or a passed out woman, okay? It's wrong. It's wrong. But I'm also going to point out here that we don't live in a rape culture, but we do live in a booze culture that leads to bad situations. And, at the end of the day, are they rape or not is really a gray area. And even the house lawyer for the BBC, or the lawyer that the BBC went to, kind of, lets us know that it's really, there's a huge, huge gray area in there. And as a matter of fact, pointing to the balanced view, here we have the balanced view. And heads up, Honourable Jess Phillips, I understand you have two sons. Well, this could be your son, for all intents and purposes. This gentleman here, a little bit of a romance with a woman, and she decided that she regretted it, I guess, at the end of the day. Thankfully, this gentleman had enough evidence to prove that she was a liar in court, and so his case his case was thrown out, and he was found innocent. Still, immense damage done to this young man, and hats off to him for standing up and having the courage to come forward with the story. And now he records consent. And and this is the situation that feminism is manufacturing, and it really puts men at such a in such a bad legal position in as far as due process goes, and innocent until proven guilty. As far as the core tenets of law and justice goes, the rape laws really are biased and sexist towards men, and it needs to stop. This attitude of erasing due process needs to stop, and needs to stop. That's it. Don't need to say anymore. But hats off again to the BBC, because if you notice on their advice page here, they actually address men being raped. Now, I don't agree with the definition of rape. It should be forced sex, period, and that should be the end of it. But they do address the issue of male rape victims here. Okay. Now, I haven't gone through this totally, but I'm going to say kudos to the BBC for addressing the issue and broaching the topic. Kudos to you. And again, heads up there, Honourable Jess Phillips. You may want to look up Judith Grossman. I will link in the low bar for that. She was a feminist mother whose son was falsely accused of rape, and the grief that her family went through because of her pandering to feminist politics is brutal. And it could be your sons there, Honourable Jess Phillips, who are later on in life falsely accused of rape. And what will you say to yourself then? Anyways, folks, thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and donate if you like my work. Cheers. Danny Boy out.